Got a job, and what a job he's done today. 3rd down 7 coming up.
Really great to see that, because he's such a great kid and still an outstanding kicker. To be provided with an opportunity to kick again is great.
Hank, we have now officially been told that Matt Millen was the guy that blocked the point after. Very difficult to pick it out, but officially that he'll be credited with that. They had to call the bench down there and ask who actually blocked it. 3rd down now.
Here's a blitz.
And Plunkett in trouble, throwing off his back foot, but coming up with the ball. Fine catch is made by Dokie Williams. There is another penalty flag. That would be enough for the 1st down if it stands. Hank, the thing you got to do is get your yard pickup, and the penalties against Philadelphia.
Holding defense number 50. The penalty will be declined. 1st down.
Gary Cobb, number 50, holding on the play. Watch him on the left part of your screen. He's got the hook. He held him, grabbed his left arm, I think in the process of trying to cover Todd Christensen, number 46.
Boy, he explodes off the line of scrimmage. You need a hook to hold in.
Well, the other thing's unusual. The Eagle philosophy, they'll cover a tight end with a linebacker instead of defensive backs.
Marcus Allen hits off the right-hand side. Ball and a little fight going on now. Number 43 is Roynell Young for Philadelphia, and he's wrapped up with one of the Raiders. I'll tell you what, the Raiders are a tough team. I think we asked Tom Flores how he looks at them. He feels like we're warriors attacking all the time, and teams come in here and they try to meet that aggressiveness, and this happens sometimes.
And I think that's a bad thing to do against the Raiders. I think you really got to keep your cool, because they want you to start a fight. They want you to get involved in a physical reaction and physical action of some kind, and you're going to make
action by 85 on the defense and 20 on the 85 on the offense and 20 on the defense. It happened during the dead ball period. It's 2nd down. They offset.
So it's Dokie Williams and Andre Waters that got into this.
Dokie Williams, 85, and Andre Waters. There's a taffy pull right there. They're both yanking at each other. Either one of them ever trying to make a pin there that time. Not doing much good. Not much leverage on that drop. It wouldn't be very good in the ring.
I'm sorry, that's not Waters, though.
No,
43. That's
Roynell Young.
Yep, that was not Waters. They had the wrong number. Here is Plunkett throwing, and very fine play by Terry Hoke, 34. There's quite a story, Terry Hoke breaking that up. The Saints let him go. They put him on waivers. He was the finest defensive back that Georgia ever had, as far as Coach Vince Dooley.
Good players for the New Orleans Saints, and they got him for zip.
So Hogue, a sure tackler. In fact, the Raiders pointed out that was the thing that impressed them the most about him. Broke that one up, and it brings up a 3rd down. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Plunkett has time, but nobody open. Good coverage. He's looking for Christensen, the tight end. He had double coverage on him. Nothing developed. 7-7 was our score, and then it was 13-7, the Eagles, and they had a point after block, which obviously could be very important as this game wears on. Here's Ray Guy with the punt, angling for the corner, and he did it. Oh, a sensational punt at the 4-yard line. 42 yards, strategically placed by the veteran of 14 years in the National Football League. Well, we talked about Napoleon McCallum. Yes.
I got excited just listening talk about the Army-Navy game. Really and truly, it was exciting to see the enthusiasm that he had about the game.
They're going to have to start this drive from the 4. Anthony Toney, the rookie from Texas A&M, gets a little operating room, gets it out to the 7-yard line. Toney getting his first starting call last week. He began the year on injured reserve because of a severe ankle problem, but played well last week, caught 5 passes, and he's one of those young players that Buddy Ryan is building his future on.
Well, he's big and he's strong, you know, and he's got good balance. He's 6 foot, 227. Played his collegiate football at Texas A&M, but they like him very much because they think he's a complete player. He blocks well, runs well, catches the ball, and doesn't make many mistakes.
From the 9-yard line now, 2nd down, 6 yards to go. There's your time left in the 1st quarter. Cunningham, and miscommunications there. Ron Johnson, 85, the intended receiver. He went in, the ball went out. and it's a third down.
I think they thought it was going to be man-for-man coverage, and it wasn't. It wound up being a double zone, which the Raiders do not do very often, but they deceived him on the coverage and almost came up with an interception because he misread what was taking place defensively.
Ron Johnson was activated for this game. He was a very fine player in the Canadian Football League. So third down and 6 now for Philadelphia. Line of scrimmage just short of the 9. Here is Cunningham. Raiders talking about how tough he is. They think that comes from some of the good bloodlines of his brother Sam the Bam Cunningham.
We might see a pick and go here if they get the right note or not.
Third and 6. He's in trouble. He got out of it. And he's going to try to get the first down diving for it. Did he get it? He did, I believe. And that shows you his escapability, his ability to create something. Sean Jones caught up with him, and that's the reason they're excited about Cunningham. You never can have him contained. 7, Philadelphia with the lead. Line of scrimmage will be the 15-yard line. We've had a lot of replays. We've had a lot of penalties. And Hank, this game, the sun may set over the ocean here to the west of us before this one's over.
I got a little news for you. We're probably going to need a miner's cap before this thing's over.
Well, they want to be sure, right, Coach?
That's right.
Now, if you were on the sideline, you'd want to have some of those replays.
I'm not arguing with that. That's right. That's part of the game. You got to make sure you're right.
So Cunningham, after that outstanding effort of scrambling out of the pocket, has the first down.
They got to go up on top again. See, here they come.
And a bullet that's not going to make a connection. Kenny Jackson, the intended receiver, across the 25. Well, there's nothing wrong with Randall's arm. He has an arm. A bullet was thrown that time. Put the arm and the speed and the size was a pretty good combination.
You talk about a fastball pitcher. He can really zing it. And the old joke about, you know, you can throw it through a car wash and never get it wet. That's the way he throws the football. He really zings it.
This is his 7th start of his career today. 3rd this season. He started last year, then Ron Jaworski took over. He's out for the year with an injured tendon in his pinky of his throwing hand and out for the rest of the year. So it's Randall's job the rest of the way. Second down, 10. And a fumble. Scramble going on. Cunningham has a piece of it. And they're going to give it to the Eagles. Good reaction by Cunningham to come back with a football. It'll bring up a third down.
I'll tell you another thing. You don't see many quarterbacks going to jump in there and try to get possession of the ball in the bottom of the heap like he did that last time. Look at Jones, coming from the outside. Tony gets a piece of him, but he gets penetration, knocks the ball loose, and watch it pop out of there. And watch Cunningham, watch him come in after the ball and grabs it and snares it and grabs it, maintains control of it.
Nothing wrong with his courage.
That's right.
3rd and 15 now from the 10-yard line. But they're still backed up in a very difficult situation.
I think the other thing they have to do, they have to change the rhythm of the count often enough and go on quick counts so they can't keep changing the coverage.
Broken up. Interior of the line. That big line up front. Bill Pickell, I believe. He is 6'5". Sean Jones is 6'7", and Howie Long 6'5", and they get the hands up. Well, here's an update. As we mentioned, the Bears winning in overtime. The Redskins winning. The Rams winning. The Giants playing Monday night against the 49ers. And Washington and Chicago will pull it out today in the overtime. Kevin Butler with a field goal. And here now is Kelchik to punt again.
This kid's a great athlete, Kelchik is. He really,
better hurry this one. He got it off. A low kick. Fulton Walker to the 40, and he'll be dropped there. Kelchik fortunate to get that one away. He got a 44-yard punt out of it. 14-yard return because it was kicked so low. Dave Little was down to make the stop for the Eagles. And the Raiders, who trail at 13-7, have the football at the Eagles' 40. Second quarter leading that 14-10. The Raiders trailed the Broncos by 1 game at the beginning of today. Jim Plunkett and his team with the best field position to start any drive thus far. Plunkett does not make the connection. That is Jesse Hester, number 84, the intended receiver. But look at the AFC. I thought you said it very well, Coach. It's a jump ball right now. Look at this. New England, Denver, Cleveland, the Jets, Raiders, Cincinnati. It's a log jam.
You know, the way the Cleveland team is playing right now, you might have to say that they might be the best team of the whole bunch right now in that Eastern Division, but I still think the Raiders are going to be the team to beat when it's all said and done.
Well, they've got the favorable schedule from here on as opposed to Denver. Plunkett now 3 of 12 for 28 yards, and he tries to go over the top. He's got Hester. Hester is going to take it in, touchdown, but another penalty flag.
Holding against the Raiders. But there again, there's a great illustration. One big play, one big bomb. Looked like it was on Henry Lawrence, the right tackle, number 70, holding on the play. But it's a crossing pattern with Jesse Hester coming all the way across the field. And Roynell Young was covering on the play. And I think what happened, they got Roynell Young in the slot. He doesn't cover nearly as well.
Holding
1-for-1.
Offense, number 70. 10 yards, second down.
There's a second holding penalty for Lawrence. Watch Henry Lawrence, number 70. There you see, see him grab.
Boy, he was in trouble, wasn't he?
Yes,
he was backpedaling.
He was falling down.
Hank, explain that a little more. Why would it be harder for Young to cover a man in the slot?
Well, Young, see, when he's on a corner, he plays an inside position, so the receiver's only got one way to go. When he's in a slot formation, he's playing him in a position where he can go either right or left, and he had to chase him all the way across the field that time, and it's tough. There he
Almost, but not quite. Marcus Allen, the intended receiver on that, and it's going to bring up. He came in here with 30 catches for the year, and Plunkett, who's had one touchdown call back by penalty, and now has had another pass drop, not getting the support he'd like to have. Third down, 20. Plunkett going deep again, and this time it's covered very well. Seal over there defending.
1-for-1 coverage.
Fourth down and 20. Guy to punt from the 35-yard line. Both teams now have had the big play. And right now, the Eagles have the better of it. 13-7. Guy trying to punt it out of bounds again in the corner. And where are they going to mark this one? Still walking out to the 10, and he's done a good job on 2 occasions.
You know, you wonder, people watching Guy kick, you wonder why a right-footed kicker would try to kick the ball out of bounds to his left. Obviously, the reason being that if he kicks the ball out of bounds to his left and it slides off the outside of his foot, it goes right down the middle of the field and there's no harm done. If he tries to kick it out of bounds on the right side and it slides off, it winds up being a bad kick. That's why they go left.
Touchdown pass. All began on a Fulton Walker return. Then they came back with a quick touchdown, and then Garrity from 76 yards. And that's where we stand right now after the last punt. Eagles trying to get some maneuvering ability, coming out to the 10. Anthony Toney bringing it out to the 10-yard line. Here's the first score of the ball game. Fulton Walker. They had another one later then by Garrity that looked almost like that one.
See, I don't know why they don't go in a quick count before the defense changes and try to go up on top and try to lick that 1-for-1 coverage more than they have. Here they go. Here they go.
2nd and 5. Cunningham, and Haynes had inside coverage all the way. There's a penalty flag at the line of scrimmage. Haynes, who is such a technician, who seemingly just reads every move you're going to make, had that one covered all the way. Going to be holding against Philadelphia. This young line for Philadelphia, only one veteran up front. It's had so many different combinations due to injuries, due to changes that Buddy Ryan has made, and they have the dubious distinction of giving up an NFL record number of sacks. But Ryan feels that up front, those young guys are eventually going to get the job done.
Believes in it strongly, and I think basically the players believe in it very strongly, and for that reason, it's going to go.
Got a lot of adjusting going on, hasn't it, Hank?
And it's going to be, in the final analysis, it's going to be a game of, you know, what kind of people do you get? People are the difference.
3rd and 6. Cunningham trying to pick up the first down, and that's Toney. I don't believe he got far enough the field to make it. He's going to be a yard short. Toney made the grab, but he's going to be a yard short of the first down. Good coverage that time by the Raiders. Robinson and Toran denying him the first down.
You know, this is common, like playing in your squad game.
Celtic, the punt from the goal line. It's not an exceptionally good punt, and it's not going to take an Eagle bounce. And so Philadelphia will ground the ball at their own 43-yard line. They did not get a break on that one. Ends up being a 27-yard punt by Telchik. Security. Who can give their particular quarterback that security back there?
Who can block those knockout shots?
First down now for the Raiders. Marcus Allen coming off the left-hand side will make it to the 35-yard line. Andre Waters Number 20 made the stop. Oh, we showed you Fulton Walker. Now let's show you the second
touchdown pass for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Second down and 3. Frank Hawkins, the fullback, trying to get the first down yardage. Terry Hogue was over there first to make the stop. And then the third big